Peace, greetings, and good morning to everybody. This is Dr. Azeeza, and this is your Global Peace Series, a brand new year with some amazing, more insights to what's possible for you in life when it comes to attaining your inner peace, your inner strength, and to move forward in life with complete love, peace, and joy. Today, I have with us Mr. Aravind Subramanyam ji from Coimbatore, India. Thank you so much, ji, for joining us today. Namaskar.
Namaskar. Thank you.
Yes. And as I want to introduce Aravind ji, I want you all to know that he's a very well-rounded person and very much known among many Indian friends for his devotion to Ayyappa movement, and as well as many other programs that he's part of. He's well known for his space of teaching and advocating the work of Hinduism in India. So and the other part of it that many people do not know, he is the managing partner of Mind Games, managing consulting company in Coimbatore, and his presidency, he's a president of the association that is very much in the space of this social work. He's the president of Maha, Sasthru, Seva, Sangam, and he's a writer, author of many books, and a speaker as well. So we are very blessed and honored for you to be in our show with us, Ji. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure joining this extraordinary meet at the beginning of this new year.
That's right. This is a new year with some new insights to what's possible. Yep. So, Ji, as we start the session today, I just want to give a context to this. It's a project of Go Global Business School. As in our mission for global peace through global business, we always want people in the professional space and the business space to realize that peace is not something that we look out for outside. It's available for us always innately, consciously arousable in us when we set our mind and our heart and our will to it. So these sessions that we have been running for months evolved into a Global Peace series, and we will be playing the miracle game in this book with you. Are you game for a game?
Yeah, ready, fine.
Yes. So just before we start the game, Ji, can we have some insights from you? What is the definition of peace that you would like to share with us today?
See, peace, according to me, is something which gives you happiness. Anything, it may be anything. It differs from person to person. See, some people go behind fame. Some people go behind money. Some people go behind success. And you have your own definition of peace of mind. But whether money can give you peace, can success give you peace of mind? Can fame give you peace? It is a very big question mark. Of course, money is important, but money alone is not important. And of course, success is important. Without success, you cannot survive. At some point, that is your motivating factor for your life. But the right balance of all these things is very much necessary to identify the peace. Because as you said, rightly said, the peace is not outside, it is inside. People often, they say they go to Himalayas, they go to other hill stations, or they go in solitude in search of peace.
That's right.
But there is nothing called searching peace, because searching the peace is always within you. But we fail to identify that and we search it elsewhere. So even while you are in the midst of thousands and thousands of people, if you can identify your inner peace, you can be at calm and you can identify yourself and be happy. But we compare ourselves with others and we fail to identify where the real peace is. The major problem is we compare ourselves. Each individual is different.
That's right. That's right.
Osho said, life never makes Xerox copies. There is only one Mahatma Gandhi. There is only one Hitler.
That's right.
So you are an individual. You are an individual. So your definition of peace is within you. You'll have to identify that. You'll have to search that. You'll have to find it out. There is no other external factor to help you in finding your own peace. So that is my definition for peace.
I think that is kind of very interesting, because at the end of the day, like what you said, if somebody is going to look for something and find that is going to give them peace, then go pursue it and make sure that becomes your destination. But you need to realize that it's already in you. that whatever that you are pursuing will kind of define for you what you want to do in life. Is that right?
Exactly.
That's right. So that's awesome. And you know, I just love it that all our mentors and global leaders that are coming on this show just have so many different unique way of saying the same thing. And that's the different angles to one angle that we are all striving
The
for in
ultimate truth
life.
is always one.
That's right. That's right. Very
The
well
way we
said.
approach only differs from person to person. The same thing is for peace.
That's right. So, G, we're going to start playing the game. Are you ready for the game?
Yeah, fine.
That's right. So, as we said, this game, I think I briefed you as well earlier on yesterday, that this game book was launched in the National Library in Singapore as the gamified ebook. And the purpose of this book is very much in terms of, you know, how people see signs everywhere in the world. And what we want to show is how these signs are available when we are consciously aware of it. And unlike tarot card reading or some kind of fortune telling kind of a session, we make this as a gamified model where people can get answers based on what's going on for them in their heart. And this will be kind of giving them a clarity of what they are seeking for. I mean, in terms of an answer, right? How they want to seek for an answer. So today, this game that we are playing, it is answer not for challenge. When we play this game, we get a number from our guest, and that's a number that we'll be using for discussion. So our audience can get a lot of value in terms of how they're going to be learning for this week's learning for their life. Okay, so I want Arvindji to give us a number, please.
Number range from?
Oh, sorry, it's from 100 to 1 to 100, G. Sorry, I forgot to tell you that.
Okay. So it is 18.
18, all right. So this is the card. So it's 1 to 100. So you have chosen 18. Let's jump in there. Right. So can you see the words? Do you want to read it out, G?
Yeah, can you please read it out?
Yes, please. You can read it out.
You please read it out because it is too small for me.
Oh, too small for you. Okay, no problem. Frustrated and angry people create misalignment. Grateful, blissful, and loving people create alignment. Now, is that a judgment or a fact?
It's a very...
Okay. So
it is a real challenge, actually.
Sorry?
It is a real challenge.
Yes, Ji. So you see, when we talk about angry people, we say that when you are angry, you're frustrated, you are sad, then you are not clear. And when you are grateful, you are blissful and loving, you are very clear, you are aligned to what needs to be done. So what came up for me when all these words actually came as words channeled through me when I was doing this book. So all those experiences I had kind of became aha moments. So I can't remember exactly what happened when I wrote this, but I know that many people, when somebody's angry or frustrated, they say, okay, you are like this, so you are misaligned. And if you are grateful, you are very aligned. So they judge people based on being angry, being frustrated, right? So is this really a judgment that we say that, okay, you must be very peaceful, calm to be aligned? That is it judgment or is it a fact?
The thing is, the basic concept of judgmental itself is wrong according to me.
Thank you.
Because if you're being judgmental, you cannot love people.
Fantastic, G.
You see a person, you start putting a mark to him. You're treating him as an answer sheet, not as a person. You have preconceived notions, you fix some qualities on them, and you're being too judgmental, and then start moving with people. That itself is a mental block, and that it stops the opportunity of loving people. Loving is actually unconditional. Unconditional, obviously, it becomes you cannot be judgmental then. And obviously, needless to say, if you're angry, obviously you have a mental block. Your mind is closed. It becomes a one-way traffic. You are not ready to receive what the other person is actually conveying. And one more most important thing is, if a person is making some statement, and if you are losing your temper and you're becoming angry, which means there is at least 1% truth in what he's telling. Well, only then you get angry. If he's making some false accusations or he's making some stupid statements, you actually don't get angry. But when a person is making a statement and you're getting angry and you're reacting with that anger, which means there is some truth in what he's telling. Which means actually you are muted. Which means what happens? You've hidden some truth, and you're making a different picture, or you're portraying a different picture of yourself, and the fact which is hidden by you is somewhat revealed or understood by that person. That thing is giving you your secret is revealed to that person, and that is making you angry, and you are reacting that way. So that is the major cause for 90% of the situation where you are angry. So obviously it is your problem. And as we discussed earlier, the same thing. Everything is within you. Nothing comes from outside. In Tamil, there is a statement. Theedum nandrum pirar daravara. It is written by Kani and Pungundanar some around 2000 years ago. Theedum nandrum pirar daravara. The good and the bad, it doesn't come from outside. It is everything is within you. So if you are angry, it is because of you. Not because of the third person, not because of that person who is making you angry. You are angry because you have hidden something. You have a hidden agenda, which is actually you wanted to hide it, but somehow it got revealed. It got exposed. So you are ashamed that your hidden quality is exposed. So you are pretending to be angry, or you are trying to hide up facts. That is what is happening. So you're I cannot hear you.
Sorry, yeah. I felt that the most of the time that hidden agenda comes from the space of ego. Like, you want to feel good. It need not be a hidden thing, like something that they want to hide from us, but the feel good factor, that you actually want to feel good about.
You're portraying yourself in such a way that is ego.
Yes.
Because we used to say, mostly in love marriages, it becomes a failure very soon. Because what happens was the boy is not revealing his original personality. Even the girl is not revealing her original personality. They are portraying an image. Only both the images are loving, not the original personalities. So only the boys portrayed image and the girl's image, both images are loving. Only the positive side is given. Nobody is aware of the negative side. So after the marriage, or after 2-3 months, slowly the truth is coming out. So the image is broken.
And despite the truth broken, if they still continue to love each other, that's the real love, no?
That is the real love. But that in most of the cases, it is not happening.
That's right. That's right.
So we live in a false world. That is the reason for the reason we are unable to find the peace. Because we create a false image. We live for this false prestige. We actually live in a false world. Once you break that barrier, definitely you can find the inner peace. That is not happening, unfortunately.
Yes, and I loved it that you talked about in terms of judgment. Like, this person is good just because they are angry, they are bad. That's from so now first part we talked about ourselves, right? Why we would get angry and our own awareness. The second one I would love to have a conversation with you is in terms of others. When we are looking at others from outside, how do we support them? Because if they are angry person, or they've always been getting angry, if it's in our family or in our life, they are important to us. How do we respond to that? And is it that judging them will support them? They'll be even more angry, no?
That's what. If you're becoming judgmental again, the very approach to that person becomes difficult for you.
Yes.
The one thing you have to do is you have to keep aside your ego. If your ego is removed, you can very well move to any people. You can go forward and help to them. Be it your family members, be it your friends, or anybody. Actually, when we are moving with official people or government, for example, for a government official, we know he is a good for nothing fellow. For example, I am telling you, for example, let it be an example. He may be a good for nothing fellow, but just because he is in some superior position, we keep quiet. We actually curb our ego and we listen to whatever they say, and we are ready to compromise with them. But when the same thing is happening within the family, be it your wife or father or son or brother, we keep our ego in the front. When you are ready to compromise for an unknown person, why not do that for your own family members who actually lives for you?
Very well said. Very well said.
That is what is happening. See, when you go to a government office or to a common place, you're ready to abide to all their rules with so many difficulties. But when that is happening, at least it is only for 10% of that original thing is happening in your house. You are not ready to compromise for that. And that results in ego fight, ego clash. And finally, it ends up with complicated relationships.
Yes, yes. Oh my God, that's so powerful, because this is the cause. I mean, right now, whatever the world is going through, a lot of people have kind of calmed down with no choice, right? At the same time, it is true that there's still things hanging around that people want to feel good. And I think you said it's so important because it's not about the world. Like we want to compromise for unknown people, compromising, or rather don't use the word compromise, come to a realization that relationship is above everything, right? And that way we can move forward very, very lovingly.
For official reasons, when you can do it, definitely you should give more priority to personal reasons.
That's right. That's right. Very well said. Thank you so much for that. So, G, as we round off the session today, I know you have to rush off for an event. So thank you so much for making time to be here. So let's have a conversation around what are the normal practices that people can do to, get into a state of peace. What are some of your ideas and tips for people?
See, the basic thing which I said actually earlier we discussed, the first thing you'll have to shun is your ego. So according to me, I have a definition for ego. Ego is exits God out.
Yes, that's yes.
So only if godliness is identified, you can find your peace.
That's right.
So the first major thing to be removed from your personal life is your ego. Ego is actually a false image. You can show your false image only to outside people, only if necessary. At few places, mandatorily we put up a mask.
Yes.
For various reasons. You're forced to put up a mask. But please don't do that in your personal life, in your own house, where you have your own people who love you actually. That is the first thing. Second thing is identify the interpersonal relationship. It is a very beautiful relationship actually with each and every human being. Because God has given this opportunity, God has given this life. It is only for people to love each other, not for fighting or having ego clash. If you are being too judgmental, you won't be having time to love people.
That's right.
So let us stop putting mark to each person. Approach as they are. As I said, each one is an individual. Each one will be having a different character. See, in our own house, we have at least, for example, say we have 4 members. If you're going to buy a snack, all the 4 will be having a different choice. So that is human mind. So each mind is different. Each individual is different. So let us have that in mind and then have an approach to them, rather than being judgmental or rather than having a preconceived notion that people are this way. He is good, he is bad. Nobody is good, nobody is bad. Only the ratio or the percentage changes according to the situation, that's all.
Yes.
Even the most cruel person will have a godly part in him.
Yes.
There may be a godly moment in him.
So it reminds me of Hitler, no? He was seen enjoying his time with his children or youngsters. And how loving he was to them.
Yes. So we see Hitler as a very cruel person. But definitely he has his own soft side, a godly side. And he may be a god to so many people. We don't know.
That's right.
So instead of being judgmental, let us understand people's situation, what is happening to them and why they are behaving so. If you try to understand that and then start moving with people, definitely the interpersonal relationship will be much better. We are actually having a closed mind and we are not ready to listen to what people say. First, try to listen. That is my first advice.
Wow.
We are not listening. We are just hearing. Both are actually two different areas. We are just hearing. We are not listening to what people say. Once you start hearing to what people say, definitely the ego will go first of all. Then we can understand what they are going through. Once we understand what the other person is going through, definitely the interpersonal relationship will be so beautiful.
That's right.
If the interpersonal relationship is not strained, peace is right here, right now.
That's right. Thank you so much. That's so beautiful. Peace is right here, right now, friends. So let's anchor those moments and being present to our relationships, our loved ones, making this 2021 the best year ever for everybody. So thank you so much, Arvindji. This has been a beautiful, moments sharing with you, and all your wonderful nuggets, golden nuggets as we call it, is very much valued, and it's a great honor for us to have you in our show. Thank you so much.
I am very happy for participating in this wonderful session, because only rarely we get some opportunity to talk like this, because we always have a agenda or we have a program and we talk in that area with the prepared syllabus. Nobody is talking about peace actually. That is the problem. But everybody is searching for that.
But good one.
Fortunately or unfortunately,
I thank Aipaji for thinking of this idea, because we played the miracle game, and then the word miracle kind of, people were wondering what is that. So it didn't come across as clear as we want to put out the message. So Aipaji said, let's do global peace and let's invite all our friends. This goes beyond business, goes beyond any social barriers, and we wanted to have everybody included. And that's why we are doing what we're doing today. And it's been very successfully received by all our friends across the world. So this is really wonderful for us. So your presence has been very meaningful for us too, Ji. Thank you so much.
Even I'm very happy, and thanks to COVID for creating such opportunities actually.
That's
so,
right.
As we said, even for a negative thing like COVID, we have a positive thing like this.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Yes, that's for sure.
Because of this lockdown and other things, so many relationships have improved. People have understood their own kith and kin. So that is positive. Even if you can identify a positive thing for a dreadful disease like COVID, definitely you can find peace in whatever problem you have.
Exactly. It has humbled so many people around the world to come to realization and be more empathetic. So this is where we are. So once again, thank you everyone for watching this session, and we are really wonderful, sharing. Do share this video with your friends, because you all know there are people out there searching for peace out there. Let's anchor it for everyone right here, right now, as Arvindji said. Thank you, namaskar, and peace greetings to everybody.
Thank you. Happy New Year, Swami.